Citizens of more than 20 countries, including Israel, Norway, Finland, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Georgia, Armenia and Moldova, use the services of Yandex.Go, an application for ordering a taxi and delivering goods. The fact that the FSB of Russia will be able to get full round-the-clock access to travel information first of all began to worry users outside the Federation. After all, Yandex.Go and Yango data is stored in data centers located in Moscow, Ryazan and Vladimir regions, and therefore information about users of the service will be at the disposal of Russian repressive authorities.
The most interesting thing is that this is a huge market created. They will watch each other. Private life will be transparent. You can pay big money for all this. Contract killings. In general, there is a huge field for corruption and the sale of information.
From September 1st, the FSB of Russia will have access to a copy of all service traffic. In addition, with the help of a special communication channel, it will be able to track information about citizens of interest to the special services.
In this way, they want to arrange total surveillance, which Orwell wrote about in 1948, in his immortal work, the novel 1984. He envisages something like this, in his fantastic utopia, that some kind of dictatorship would guess up to total surveillance of all citizens online, around the clock.
The Office of the Finnish Data Protection Ombudsman has already issued an urgent order to suspend the transfer of personal data of Yandex-taxi customers to the Russian Federation, concerned about interference in private life and in the government of Norway. From there, data was also forbidden to be transferred to the Federation. If it becomes more difficult to track movements abroad by the FSB, then, in the state itself, the legislative framework for obtaining travel data has been prepared.
ФСБ продавила нормативный акт.
The FSB pushed regulation. This is a decree of the Russian government, which provides for the obligation of the disseminator of information. This is Yandex to transfer all information, store and transfer it to special services, so that they can know who, how, by which taxi, at what addresses, when and where does he go. Actually, this has already been signed by Mishustin as Prime Minister.
Such interference with privacy in contrary to international law. However, this does not stop the authorities of the Federation. After all, by tracking the movement of citizens, the FSB will be easier to hunt for opponents of the regime.
You can even divide Putin's era into two parts. At first, Putin led the country and said, "You do not get into politics, but lead a private life, whatever you like." Those were in 2000 and 2010 years, the growth of the economy and everything else. But then, when the situation got worse and worse, the authorities understood that the power must be kept. They realized that it was necessary to monitor the private life of each person, just in case, and then it will come in handy. Now someone is behaving normally, and then he went to one descent, to another, to a third, and the question must be raised, maybe he should be fired, and so on.
At the same time, it is impossible to sue Yandex for unauthorized use of personal data. The application for ordering a taxi works only after the user agrees to all the conditions, and in the privacy notice section there is a column stating that the company can transfer data to law enforcement agencies. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.